Taylor and Wes Miller be ready at 2. Kyle and Luke at 3. Lane Pate, Case Key, you're out at 4. 5, 6, and 7. Jason Richardson, you're needed at the entry office, please. Jason Richardson. We're ready for Cutter and Caden in the box. Team 1 to start us out. Kelly and Wes at 2. You can ride in. Clean run with a barrier is going to be 12 and 47. 12:47. Let's go to Kelly Taylor, Wes Miller, Team 2, roping, followed by Kyle and Luke at 3. Lane Pate, Case Key, be ready at 4. Ricky Brooks, Andy Anaya, you're out at 5. Dan Denmark and Connor Thomas at 6. We do have quite a few extra runs, guys, so healers, please make sure you look at that draw. More than likely, you've got an extra one on there. Kyle and Luke, Team 3, you can ride on in. They're going to take another time. Let's go to Kyle and Luke at Team 3, followed by Lane Pate, Case Keep, be ready at 4. Ricky Brooks and Andy Anaya, you're out at 5. Dan Denmark and Connor Thomas, 6. Trace Anderson and Wyatt at 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lane Pate, Case Key, Team 4, you can ride on in. They're going to be clean, 9 and 37, 9:37. We're same setup, same cutoffs and everything, guys, in this roping. We've got a 5-second barrier. 14.99 second cutoff in round 1. 21.99 second cutoff on 2 to get to your third one. This is Team 4. It's Lane Pate and Case Key. Ricky Brooks and Andy Anaya be ready at 5. Dan Denmark and Connor Thomas at 6. 7, 8, 9, be ready. Right on in for me, Ricky and Andy, Team 5's in the box. They're going to take a no time. Top 15 to the short round, just like that number 13, ropers. Everything has stayed the same here. This is Ricky and Andy, Team 5, roping for us. Andy Anaya. Let's roll it a few, guys. Let's go to Dan Denmark and Connor Thomas, Team 6 in the box. There are lots of extra runs in this roping, so please look at that draw or look on Global, healers. More than likely, you've got an extra run. Trace and Wyatt, you can ride in. Clean run, 987, 987. Let's go to Trace Anderson and Wyatt at 7. Dennis Townsend and Kyler Ort be ready at 8. Garrett Renafo and Trey Vargas at 9. 10's going to be Clay and Mason. Dennis and Kyler at 8. You can ride in. We're going to get them a lick. 1333. That's going to be in there. 1333. Let's go to Dennis and Kyler at 8. 9 is going to be Garrett and Trey Vargas. 10 is Clay and Mason. Colton Alton, Blaine Caldwell at 11. Cash Fortenberry and Maverick, you're out at 12. 13, 14, and 15. Then we're going to pick up Ricky and Andy after Team 15. Garrett and Trey right on in. Team 9's in the box. They're going to be clean. 709, 709. Let's go to Garrett and Trey, roping at 9. Clay Bauer and Mason Bice be ready at 10. Colton and Blaine at 11. 12 is going to be Cash Fortenberry and Maverick. 13 is Chelsea and Matt. Waylon and Sean at 14. 15, Zane Thompson and Braden Wisen. Clay and Mason, you can ride in. Clay Nutt, 9 and 59, 9 and 59. Let's go to Clay and Mason, roping at 10. Colton and Blaine be ready at 11. 12 is going to be Cash and Maverick. Chelsea and Matt at 13. Waylon and Sean at 14. 15 is going to be Zane Thompson and Braden, followed by Ricky Brooks and Andy Anaya. Colton and Blaine, you can ride on in. Team 11's in the box. They're going to take a no time there. Let's go to Colton and Blaine at 11. Cash and Maverick at 12. Cash and Maverick, Team 12, you can ride in. Let's ride on in, guys. When the team before you rides out, they're going to go out with a no time. We're looking for Cash Fortenberry and Maverick Lorenzo, Team 12 in the box. 13 is going to be Chelsea Puntman and Matt Levette. 14 is Waylon Engel and Sean Vargas. Zane Thompson and Braden Wise, and be ready at 15. Ricky Brooks and Andy Anaya, you're going to follow. 16 through 20. You guys look at that draw. Know your team number. When the team before you rides out, the next team ride right on in so we can keep it rolling. Chelsea and Matt, you're in the box. Team 13. They're going to be clean. 858, 858. Let's go to Chelsea and Matt at 13. 14 is Waylon Engel and Sean Vargas. Zane Thompson and Braden Wisen at 15. Ricky Brooks, Andy Anaya at 5. Strand Wall and Brent Miller be ready at 16. 17 is Kyle Reed and Clyde. Waylon and Sean, you can ride in. Team 14. Clay Run, 1028, 1028. Let's go to Waylon Engel and Sean Vargas at 14. Zane Thompson, Braden Wisen at 15. Ricky Brooks and Andy Anaya at 5. 16 is going to be Strand Wall and Brent Miller. Kyle Reed and Clyde Brojack at 17. Kenya Pinnell and Casey Hilley be ready at 18. Clean run, 970, 970. Let's go to Zane and Braden, Team 15. And they're going to be clean, 8 and 97. This is going to be Ricky Brooks and Andy Anaya, Team 5 in the box. Strand and Brent, you can ride in. Team 16's in the box. They're going to be clean, 11 and 29, 11 to 9. We're back on track here at 16, Strand Wall and Brent Miller. 17 is going to be Kyle Reed and Clyde Bojack. Kenya Pinnell and Casey Hilley at 18. Tyler Wallace, Skylar Dominguez, you ready at 19. Tyler Ishman and Parker Guy, 20. Kyle and Clyde, you can write in. No time. Well, let's go to Kyle Reed and Clyde Bojack at 17. 18 is going to be Kenyon Pinnell and Casey Hilly. Tyler Wallace, Skylar Dominguez at 19. Tyler Ishman and Parker Guy, you're out at 20. Cutter Babb and Caden Lantham at 21. Walker Guy, Hagen Wright, you're 22. Canyon and Casey, you can write in. They're going to take a no time. Let's go to Kenyon Pinnell and Casey Hilly at 18. Tyler Wallace, Skylar Dominguez, be ready at 19. 20 is going to be Tyler Ishman and Parker Guy. Cutter Babb and Caden at 21. 22 is Walker Guy and Hagen Wright. Tyler and Skylar, right on in. Clean run, 8 and 24, 8-2-4. Let's go here to Tyler Wallace and Skylar Dominguez at 19. 20 is going to be Tyler Ishman and Parker Guy. Cutter Babb and Caden at 21. 22 is Walker Guy and Hagen Wright. Lindsey Taylor and Wes Miller be ready at 23. Tyler Ishman, Parker Guy, you can write in. No time. This is going to be Tyler Ishman and Parker Guy at 20. 21's Cutter Babb and Caden. Walker and Hagen be ready at 22. Lindsey and West, you're out at 23. Troy Gibbs and Luke at 24. Cutter and Caden, you can write in. With a leg is 1566, and that's going to be too long, ropers. This is Cutter Babb and Caden at 21. 22 is going to be Walker Guy and Hagen Wright. Lindsey and West at 23. Troy Gibbs and Luke at 24. Lane Pate, Britt Bradford be ready at 25. Walker and Hagen, you can write in. They're going to go out with an no time. This is Walker Guy and Hagen Wright at 22. Roping Forest 23 is going to be Lindsey Taylor and Wes Miller. Troy Gibbs and Luke at 24. Lane Pate, Britt Bradford at 25. Dakota and Jason at 26. Colton and Judd, you're out at 27. Well, Lindsey and West right on in. 23's in the box. Clean run, 7 and 31, 7-3-1. Let's go to Lindsey Taylor, Wes Miller, roping at 23. Troy Gibbs and Luke Beardy at 24. Lane Pate and Britt at 25. Dakota and Jason, 26. Colton and Judd at 27. Todd Marr and Kelly Boswell, you're 28. Drake and Wyatt at 29. 30 through 35. Be ready, guys. Troy and Luke, you can run in. Clean run, 8 and 59, 8-5-9. This is Troy Gibbs and Luke roping for us at 24. Lane Pate and Britt at 25. Dakota Jason, you're 26. Colton and Judd at 27. Lane and Britt, you can ride in. They're going to be clean, 801, 801. This is going to be Lane Pate and Britt Bradford repping for us at 25. 26 is Dakota and Jason. Colton and Judd be ready at 27. Todd and Kelly, you're out at 28. Drake and Wyatt at 29. Linda DeSalvo and Trip Pittman, 30. 31 through 35. Be ready, guys. Dakota and Jason, you can ride in. They're going to be clean, 8 and 50, 850. Let's go to Dakota and Jason. Roping for us at 26. 27 is going to be Colton and Judd. Todd Marr and Kelly Boswell at 28. Drake and Wyatt at 29. Landon DeSalvo, Trip Pittman, you're out at 30. Colton and Judd, you can run on in. We're going to get them a leg, 1265, including 1265. This is going to be Colton and Judd, Team 27. Todd and Kelly, be ready at 28. Drake and Wyatt, you're 29. Landon DeSalvo and Trip Pittman at 30. Riley Shelton and Kyler Ort at 31. Todd and Kelly, you can ride in. No time. Well, let's go to Todd Marr and Kelly Boswell at 28. Drake and Wyatt at 29. Landon and Trip, be ready at 30. 31 is going to be Riley and Kyler. Ryan and Trey at 32. Austin and Lane at 33. Drake and Wyatt, you can ride in. Clean run, 13 and 20. Well, let's go to Drake and Wyatt. Roping at 29. 30 is going to be Landon and Trip. Riley Shelton and Kyler Ort at 31. Ryan Marr and Trey Vargas at 32. 33 is going to be Austin Robertson and Lane LaFountain. Landon and Trip, you can ride in. They're going to get them a leg, 12-12, including 12-12. Let's go to Landon DeSalvo and Trip Pittman roping at 30. 31 is going to be Riley Shelton and Kyler Ort. Ryan Marr and Trey Vargas at 32. Austin Robertson, Lane LaFountain, you're out at 33. Keegan Lester and Blaine Caldwell, 34. Colton and Zach at 35. Riley and Kyler, you can ride in. $13.65, including $13.65. Let's go to Riley and Kyler, Team 31. Ryan and Trey, be ready at 32. Austin and Lane at 33. Keegan and Blaine, you're out at 34. Colton and Zach at 35. Coleman and Tyne at 36. 7, 8, 9, and 40. Ryan and Trey, you can ride in. Clean run, 6 and 92. 692. Let's go to Ryan and Trey, Team 32. Austin and Lane, you can ride in. Clean run, 1070. Let's go to Austin Robertson and Lane LaFountain at 33. 34 is going to be Keegan Lester and Blaine Caldwell. Colton and Zach at 35. Coleman Packard, Tyne Johnson, 36. Brody Barker and Matt at 37. Keegan and Blaine, you can ride in. It's 1286, including. Let's go to Keegan and Blaine, Team 34. Colton and Zach, be ready at 35. 36, maybe it's Coleman and Tyne. 37, Brody and Matt. Colton and Zach, you can ride on in. With a leg is 1248. This is Colton and Zach at 35. Coleman and Time, be ready at 36. Brady and Matt at 37. Waylon and Cole, you're out at 38. Zane Thompson and Connor Thomas at 39. Garrett and Braden, you're 40. Coleman and Tyne, right on in. 36 is in the box. No time. We're going to 36. Coleman Packard and Tyne Johnson. 37 is going to be Brady Barker and Matt. Waylon and Cole at 38. Zane Thompson and Connor at 39. Garrett and Braden, you're 40. Brody and Matt, right on in. Clean run, 1078, 10 and 78. This is Brody and Matt at 37. 38 is going to be Waylon and Cole. Zane and Connor at 39. Garrett Braden at 40. Samuel and Cross, you're 41. Waylon and Cole, right on in for me. They're going to be clean, 709. Let's go to Waylon and Cole at 38, 39. Zane and Connor, Garrett and Braden at 40. Samuel and Cross at 41. Kyle and Clyde at 42. Zane and Connor, right on in. 39's in the box. We're going to max them out. 1679. That's going to be too long. Let's go to Zane and Connor at 39. 40 is going to be Garrett and Braden. Samuel Cross at 41. Kyle and Clyde, 42. Kyle Reed and Andy Anaya, you're 43. Garrett and Braden, you can ride in. No time. Let's go to Garrett and Braden at 40. Samuel and Cross, be ready at 41. Kyle and Clyde, you're 42. Kyle Reed and Andy Anaya at 43. Ryder and Casey at 44. Samuel and Cross, right on in. Clean run, 801. Let's go to Samuel and Cross at 41. 42 is going to be Kyle and Clyde. Kyle Reed and Andy Anaya at 43. Ryder and Casey, 44. Craig Moore and Cooper Robertson at 45. Kyle and Clyde, you can ride in. No time. This is going to be Kyle and Clyde at 42. Kyle Reed and Andy Anaya, you can ride in. 1021 clean. We're at Kyle Reed, Andy and I at 43, Ryder and Casey Beardy at 44, Craig Moore and Cooper Robertson 45, Coulter Jackson and Case Key at 46, Dan Denmark and Parker Geiger out at 47. All right, guys, on the team before you rides out, the next team ride right on in so we can keep it rolling. Ryder and Casey at 44. You can ride in. 40 plus roper and all women's. The books are open on that number 12. If you have not got your entries in on that, you can head to the entry office and get that taken care of for us, please. 1063 clean. They will close at the end of round 3. Ryder and Casey, this is you at 44. 45 is going to be Craig Moore and Cooper. Coulter and Case at 46. Dan and Parker at 47. I'll get you guys in a few. 45, Craig and Cooper, you can ride in. And they're going to be clean, 8 and 70. Let's go to Craig Moore and Cooper Robertson, 45. Coulter Jackson and Case Key at 46. Dan Denmark and Parker Guy, 47. Dennis Townsend and Bobby Boy Manuel, 48. Kenyon Pennell and Hagen Wright at 49. Samuel and Cross, you guys be ready. Coulter and Case, you can ride in. Clean run, 991. This is Coulter Jackson and Case Key, roping at 46. Dan Denmark, Parker Guy, 47. Dennis Townsend and Bobby Boy Manuel at 48. Kenyon Pennell and Hagen Wright at 49. Samuel and Cross at 41. Cutter Babb, Mason Bryce, be ready at 50. $15.57. That's going to be too long. Let's go to Dan Denmark and Parker Guy at 47. Dennis Townsend and Bobby Boy Manuel at 48. Kenyon Pennell and Hagen Wright, you're out at 49. Cutter Babb and Mason Bice at 50. After Team 49, we're picking up 41. Dennis and Bobby Boy, right on in for me, please. No time. This is Dennis Townsend, Bobby Boy Manuel at 48. Pennell and Wright at 49. Samuel and Cross at 41. Babb and Bice, be ready at 50. Josie Ray Funk and Britt Bradford at 51. Kenyon and Hagen, you can ride in. No time. Let's go to Kenyon Pennell and Hagen Wright at 49. Samuel and Cross at 41. Cutter and Mason at 50. Josie Ray and Britt at 51. 52 is going to be Trenton and Caden. Dakota and Judd at 53. Samuel and Cross, you can ride in. Clean run, 747, 747. This is going to be Team 41 roping for us. It's going to be Samuel Mendoza and Cross. Followed by Cutter and Mason at 50. Josie and Britt at 51. Trenton and Caden at 52. Dakota and Judd at 53. Cutter and Mason, you can ride in. Clean run, 755. This is going to be Team 50. It's Cutter Babb and Mason Bice. 51 is Josie Ray Frunk and Britt Bradford. 52, Trenton and Caden, Dakota and Judd at 53. Kaylin Helton and Kelly Boswell at 54. Casper and Kyler at 55. Josie and Britt, right on in. No time. This is going to be Josie Ray Funk and Britt Bradford at 51, Trenton and Caden at 52, Dakota and Judd 53, Kaylin and Kelly at 54, Casper and Kyler at 55, Ethan and Tripp at 56. Trenton and Caden, you can ride in. No time. Let's go to Trenton and Caden at 52, Dakota and Judd, Beardy at 53, Kaylin and Kelly 54, Casper and Kyler 55, Ethan and Tripp at 56, Sam and Cole at 57. Dakota and Judd, right on in for me. 8:25. This is Dakota and Judd, 53. Kaylin Helton and Kelly Boswell, Beardy at 54. Casper and Kyler, 55. Ethan and Tripp at 56. Sam Miller and Cole Barbara, you're out at 57. Kaylin and Kelly, you can ride in. 8:20 clean. This is going to be Kaylin Helton and Kelly Boswell repping at 54, Casper and Kyler 55, Ethan Tripp at 56, Sam Miller and Cole Barber at 57, Walker Guy and Lane LaFountain at 58. Casper and Kyler, you can ride in. 15:06, that's going to be too long. Well, let's go to Casper and Kyler, Team 55, Ethan Tripp at 56, Sam and Cole 57, 58 is going to be Walker and Lane, Troy and Brent at 59. Ethan and Tripp, you can ride in. 8:03 clean. Well, let's go to Ethan and Tripp at 56. Sam and Cole, be ready at 57. Walker and Lane at 58. Troy and Brent, you're 59. Colton and Tyne at 60. Sam and Cole, you can ride in. 13:38, that's in there. 13:38. Let's go to Sam and Cole at 57. Walker and Lane, be ready at 58. Troy and Brent at 59. Colton and Tyne at 60. Reed and Matt at 61. Walker and Lane, you can ride in. 8:02 clean. Let's go to Walker and Lane, 58. Troy and Brent, be ready at 59. Colton and Tyne, you're out at 60. Reed and Matt at 61. Ron Mark, Cole Petrowski at 62. Garrett and Skyler, you're 63. No time. Let's go to Troy Gibbs and Britt Miller at 59. Colton and Tyne, be ready at 60. 61 it's going to be Reed and Matt. Ryan and Cole at 62. They're going to take another time. Let's go to Colton and Tyne at 60. 61 is going to be Reed and Matt. Ryan and Cole at 62. Garrett and Skylar 63. Peter and Braden at 64. Samuel Maverick, you're out at 65. Reed and Matt, right on in for me, please. $882 clean. Let's go to Reed and Matt at 61. Ryan and Cole will be ready at 62. Garrett and Skylar 63. Peter, John, and Braden at 64. Samuel Maverick, you're out at 65. $853 clean. Let's go to Ryan and Cole at 62. 63 is going to be Garrett and Skylar. Peter and Braden at 64. 65 is Samuel and Merrick. Kyle and Trey at 66. Ricky and Colton at 67. No time. Let's go to Garrett and Skylar, 63. 64 is going to be Peter, John, and Braden. Samuel Maverick at 66. Peter, John, and Braden, you can run in. They're going to go out with another time. Let's go to Peter, John, and Braden at 64. Samuel Maverick, 65. 66 is going to be Kyle and Trey. Ricky and Colton at 67. Kelly, Taylor, and Clyde Boljak at 68. Samuel Maverick, you can run in. Clean run, 952. Let's go to Samuel Maverick at 65. Kyle and Trey, Beardy at 66. Ricky and Colton, you're out at 67. Kelly and Clyde at 68. Colton and Casey, 69. Craig Moore, Kent Shankles at 70. Ryder and Case at 71. No time. Let's go to Kyle and Trey at 66. Ricky and Colton at 67. This is Kyle and Trey at 66. Ricky Brooks, Colton Tate, Beardy at 67. Kelly Taylor and Clyde at 68. Colton and Casey, you're 69. 70 is going to be Craig Moore and Kent Shankles. Ricky and Colton, you can run in. $955 clean. Let's go to Ricky Brooks and Colton Tate, 67. Kelly Taylor and Clyde at 68. Colton and Casey at 69. Craig and Kent, 70. Ryder and Case, 71. Cactus Kane and Zach Sweeten at 72. Samuel Maverick, be ready. Kelly and Clyde, right on in. No time. Let's go to Kelly and Clyde. Are open at 68. 69 is going to be Colton and Casey. Craig and Ken at 70. 71's Ryder and Case. Cactus and Zach at 72. Samuel Maverick, 65. Lane Pate, Hagen Wright at 73. Colton and Casey, right on in for me, please. Clean run, 956. This is Colton and Casey, open at 69. Craig Moore and Kent Shankles at 70. Ryder and Case, 71. Cactus and Zach at 72. Samuel Maverick, 65. Lane and Hagen, 73. Brody Barker and Cross at 74. Craig and Kent, you can ride in. 7 and 83. 783. This is going to be Craig Moore and Kent Shankles, Team 70. Ryder and Case at 71. Cactus and Zach at 72. Samuel Maverick, 65. When the team before you rides out, the next team ride right on in for me, please, guys. Let's please be ready to rope. $10.08, clean, $10.08. This is Ryder and Case at 71. They're going to take another time. Let's go to 72. Cactus, Kane, and Zach. Followed by Samuel and Maverick at 65. Lane Pate, Hagen Wright at 73. Brody and Cross, 74. Bobby Boy and Britt, 75. Chelsea and Caden, 76. Coulter and Judd at 77. Samuel and Maverick, right on in for me. With the legs, going to make you 13 and 45. This is going to be Samuel and Maverick, roping at 65. Lane and Hagen, be ready at 73. Brody and Cross, 74. Bobby Boy and Britt, 75. Lane and Hagen, you can ride in. No time. We're back on track. 73, Lane Pate and Hagen Wright. 74 is going to be Brody and Cross. Bobby Boy and Britt at 75. Chelsea and Caden, 76. Coulter and Judd at 77. Mitch Copps, Kelly Boswell, 78. Coleman and Tripp at 79. 40 plus guys and all ladies, if you can, head to the entry office to get your entries turned in on that number 12. 40 plus are all ladies. The books are also open on that number 11. Brody and Cross, you can ride in. No time. Let's go to Brody and Cross. 74, 75 is going to be Bobby Boy and Britt. 76 is Chelsea and Caden. Coulter and Judd at 77. Mitch and Kelly, 78. Coleman and Tripp, 79. Ashley and Jason at 80. Bobby Boy and Britt, you can ride in. With a leg is 14 and 68. Let's go to Bobby Boy and Britt, 75. Chelsea and Caden, 76. Coulter and Judd, 77. Mitch and Kelly at 78. Coleman and Tripp, 79. $7.99. Let's go to Chelsea and Caden at 76. Coulter and Judd, be ready at 77. 78 is going to be Mitch and Kelly. Coleman and Tripp, 79. Ashley and Jason at 80. Coulter and Judd, you can write in. Clean run, 909. We're going to Team 77. Coulter and Judd Jackson. 78 is going to be Mitch Cops and Kelly Boswell. Coleman and Tripp at 79. Ashley and Jason at 80. Cole Barber, Lane LaFountain, near 81. Mitch Mazzell and Cooper at 82. Walker and Tyne, 83, 4, and 5. When the team before you rides out, the next team ride it in for me, guys. Let's please be ready to rope. Mitch and Kelly, you can ride in. Clean run, 784. 784. This is Mitch Cops and Kelly Boswell, 78. 79 is going to be Coleman and Tripp. Ashley and Jason at 80. Cole and Lane, 81. Mitch and Cooper at 83. Coleman and Tripp, you can write in. Clean run, 905. Well, let's go to Coleman and Tripp, 79. 80 is going to be Ashley and Jason. 81 is Cole and Lane. Mitch and Cooper, 82. Walker and Tyne, 83. Tyler and Sean at 84. This is Coleman and Tripp, roping at 79. Ashley and Jason, be ready at 80. 81 is going to be Cole and Lane. Ashley and Jason, ride on in for me, please. Clean run of 8 and 30. This is Ashley Richardson and Jason Richardson at 80. 81 is going to be Cole and Lane. 82 is Mitch and Cooper. Walker and Tyne at 83. Tyler Ishman and Sean Vargas, 84. Reed and Cole at 85. Cole and Lane, not on in. 81's in the box. No time. This is Cole Barber and Lane LaFountain, Team 81. 82 is going to be Mitch Mazzell and Cooper. Walker and Tyne at 83. Tyler Ishman and Sean Vargas at 84. Reed and Cole, 85. Peter John Bennett and Mason Bice at 86. No time. Well, let's go to Mitch and Cooper, 82. Walker and Tyne, you can write in. $7.95. Let's go to Walker and Tyne at 83. Tyler and Sean, be ready at 84. They're going to get them like 1272, including. Let's go to Tyler Ishman and Sean Vargas, 84. 85 is going to be Reed and Cole. With the leg there, it's 1333. Let's go to Reed and Cole at 85. 86 is going to be Peter, John, and Mason. Kyle and Brent at 87. Tyler Wallace and Wyatt at 88. Dakota, Casey, 89. 90 is going to be Troy and Colton. Peter, John, and Mason, you can ride in. They're going to take no time. We're going to Team 86. Peter, John, Bennett, and Mason. 87 is going to be Kyle and Brent. 88, Tyler Wallace and Wyatt. Dakota and Casey at 89. Troy Gibbs, Colton Tate at 90. Kenya Pinnell and Case Key at 91. 92 through 100. You guys be ready. We've got about 23 teams left in this round. We'll drag and go to round 3. If you do not have your entries in on that number 12, 40 plus are all women. If you can head to the entry office and get those taken care of for us, please. $8.99 clean. This is Kyle and Brandon at 87. 88 is going to be Tyler Wallace and Wyatt. 89 is Dakota and Casey. Troy Gibbs and Colton Tate at 90. Kenyon and Case at 91. The books are also open on that number 11. It's got 5,000 added. Let's get those entries in on it. Clean run here, 885. 8 and 85. This is Tyler and Wyatt roping at 88. $89, Dakota and Casey. You can ride on in for me. 90 is going to be Troy Gibbs and Colton Kate. Kenyon and Case at 91. 14 and 60. That's going to squeeze in there. Let's go to Dakota and Casey. 89. 90 is going to be Troy and Colton. Kenyon and Case at 91. Ethan and Zach, 92. Samuel, Matt, 93. Colton and Blaine, 94. Troy and Colton, you're in the box. We're going to go out with no time. We're going to get the arena clear. We'll be at Team 90. Troy Gibbs and Colton Tate. 91 is Kenny Pinnell and Case Key. 92 is Ethan and Zach. Samuel, Matt, 93. Colton and Blaine at 94. Ryder and Britt, 95. Kenyon and Case, you can run in. 855, 855. Let's go to Kenyon Pinnell and Case Key, 91. Ethan and Zach at 92. Samuel, Matt, you're out at 93. Colton and Blaine, 94. Ryder and Britt, 95. Brady and Maverick, 96. Coulter Jackson, Hagen Wright, 97. Craig Moore, Caden Tinsley at 98. Ethan and Zach, you can run in. 952 clean. Let's go to Ethan and Zach at 92. Samuel, Matt, you're be out next at 93. 94 is going to be Colton and Blaine. Ryder and Britt, 95. Brady and Maverick, 96. Coulter and Hagen, 97. Craig Moore, Caden Tinsley at 98. Samuel and Matt, you can ride in. No time? Well, let's go to Samuel and Matt, Team 93. Colton and Blaine at 94. 95 is going to be Ryder and Britt. Brady and Maverick, 96. Coulter and Hagen, 97. Craig Moore, Caden Tinsley at 98. Ron Moore, Kelly Boswell, 99. Cutter Babb and Skylar Dominguez at 100. Colton and Blaine, you can ride in. 856, clean, 856. Well, let's go to 94, Colton and Blaine. 95 is going to be Ryder and Britt. Brady and Maverick, 96. 97 is Coulter and Hagen. Craig and Caden at 98. Ryan and Kelly, 99. Cutter and Skylar, 100. Ryder and Britt, you can ride in. Clean run, 6 and 68. This is going to be Ryder and Britt at 95. 96 is Brody and Maverick. Coulter and Hagan, 97. 98 is going to be Craig and Caden. Ryan and Kelly, 99. Cutter and Skylar, 100. Bobby Boy and Lane, 101. Josie Ray and Judd at 102. Brody and Maverick, you can write in. No time. Let's go to Brody and Maverick, 96, 97. It's going to be Coulter and Hagan, Craig and Caden, 98. Ryan and Kelly, 99. Cutter and Skylar, 100. Bobby Boy and Lane, 101. Josie Ray and Judd, 102. Waylon and Tripp, 103. Coulter and Hagan, you can write in. Clean run, 6 and 80. This is going to be Team 97, Coulter Jackson and Hagan Wright. 98, it's Craig Moore, Caden Tinsley, Ron Moore, and Kelly Boswell. 99, Cutter Rab, Skylar and Mingus, 100. Bobby Boy Manuel and Lane, 101. 102 is going to be Josie Ray and Judd. Waylon and Tripp, 103. Craig and Caden, you can write in. Clean run, 773. Let's go to Craig Moore and Caden Tinsley, 98. 99 is going to be Ron Moore and Kelly Boswell, Cutter and Skylar, 100. 101 is going to be Bobby Boy and Lane, Josie Ray Funk and Judd Jackson, 102, 3, 4, and 5. Ryan and Kelly, you can write in. 1261, including that head barrier. Let's go to Ryan and Kelly, Team 99. 100 is going to be Cutter and Skylar. 101 is Bobby Boy and Lane, Josie Ray and Judd at 102. Waylon and Tripp, 103. Sam and Don, 104. With a leg, it's 1293, 1293. Let's go to Cutter and Skylar, 100, 101. It's going to be Bobby Boy and Lane. Josie Ray and Judd at 102. Waylon and Tripp, 103. Sam and Don, 104. Bobby Boy and Lane, you can write in. With a leg there is 1311. 1311. Let's go to Bobby Boy and Lane, 101. Josie Ray and Judd at 102. Waylon and Tripp, 103. Sam Miller and Ton Johnson, 104. Tyler Ishman and Connor Thomas at 105. They're going to take another time. Let's go to Josie Ray and Judd, 102. 103 is going to be Waylon and Tripp. Sam and Time, 104. Tyler and Connor, 105. Cole Barber and Cole Petrowski at 106, 7, 8, and 9. Waylon and Tripp, you can write in. No time. Well, let's go to Waylon and Tripp. Team 103, Sam and Time, 104, 105. It's going to be Tyler and Connor. Cole and Cole at 106. Austin and Parker at 107. Cash and Cross, 108. Landon and Jason, you're 109. And we'll drag. Sam and Tyne, you can ride in. No time. Let's go to Sam and Tyne at 104. Tyler Connor, 105. 106 is going to be Cole and Cole. Tyler and Connor, you can ride in. No time. Let's go to Tyler Ishman and Connor Thomas at 105. Cole and Cole, right on in. 106 is in the box. No time. This is going to be Cole Barber and Cole Petrowski. 106, 107 is going to be Austin Robertson and Parker Guy. Cash and Cross at 108. Landon and Jason, 109. And we will drag. Austin and Parker, you can ride in. Clean run of a 1268. This is Austin Robertson and Parker Guy, 107. Cash and Cross at 108. Landon and Jason, 109. With the leg is 15-15, and that's going to be too long. Let's go to Cash and Cross, team 108. 109 is going to be Landon and Jason, and we'll drag. Clean run, 8-19. Let's go to 109. Landon DeSalvo and Jason Richardson. We'll drag and come back to round 3. No time. We'll drag and come back to round 3. Teams 3, 6, 8, 9, and 14. Please be ready after this drag. 3, 6, 8, 9, and 14. We're looking for team 3. That's going to be Kyle and Luke in the box with a 1782 to start round 3. There's 35 teams to rope. We'll have 15 back to that short round. 11 points. Guys, go ahead and get your entries in. 12:40 plus, and all ladies, the books do close at the end of this third round, and there's 35 teams. This is Kyle and Luke with a 1782, followed by Dan and Connor at team 6. Dennis and Kyler be ready at 8. Garrett and Trey at 9, 14, 22, 3, and 5. One team rides out. The next team rides in for me. This is Kyle and Luke. Dan and Connor, you can ride in. They're going to be clean, 888. You're 2670 to start us out. Let's go to Dan and Connor, team 6 with a 1749. Dennis and Kyler be ready at 8. Garrett and Trey at 9. 14 is going to be Waylon Engel and Sean Vargas. Walker Guy, Hagen Wright at 22. Lindsay, Taylor, and Wes Miller at 23. Dennis and Kyler, right on in for me. Clean run, 7 and 10. That's going to make you 24.59. That goes to high team back. This is Dennis Townsend and Kyler Ort, Team 8 with a 1945 in the box. 9's going to be Garrett and Trey. Waylon and Sean at 14. Walker and Hagan at 22. Lindsay and Wes at 23. Leighton Pate, Britt Bradford, be ready at 25. 31, 41, 2, and 3. Garrett and Trey, right on in for me. Clean run, 6 and 85. You're going to be 26-30. That's currently sitting second. Let's go to Garrett and Trey, Team 9 with a 1775 in the box, followed by Waylon and Sean at 14. Walker Guy, Hagen Wright at 22. Lindsay Taylor, Wes Miller, be ready at 23. Lane and Britt at 25. Riley and Kyler at 31. Waylon and Sean, you can ride in. Clean run, 876. You're going to be 2651. You got a third high call. Let's go to Waylon England, Sean Vargas, Team 14 with a 1938. Walker Guy and Hagen Wright, you're going to be out next at 22. Lindsay and Wes, be ready at 23. Lane and Britt, 25. Riley and Kyler, 31. Garrett and Braden at 40. 41, 2, and 3. Make sure you guys are ready to rope for me. Walker and Hagen, you can ride in. And they're going to be clean. 8 and 27 is going to make you 27-65. That's currently sitting fifth back. Let's go to Team 22. Walker Guy and Hagen Wright with a 1579, followed by Lindsay and West at 23. Layton and Britt at 25. Riley and Kyler at 31. Garrett and Braden at 40. Samuel and Cross, you're out at 41. This should be Walker Guy and Hagen Wright. Team 22 in the box for me. Lindsay and West, you can ride in. No time. Let's go to Lindsay Taylor and Wes Miller, Team 23 with a 2190, followed by Lane Pate and Britt Bradford at 25. 31 is going to be Riley Shelton and Kyler Ort. Garrett and Braden at 40. Samuel and Cross at 41. Kyle and Clyde at 42. 43 and 4, be ready. Lane and Britt, you can ride in. With a leg is 1329. You're going to be 35-19. Let's go to Lane Pate and Britt Bradford, Team 25 with a 1672, followed by Riley and Kyler at 31. 40 is going to be Garrett and Braden, Samuel and Cross at 41, Kyle and Clyde at 42, Kyle Reed and Andy and I at 43. Riley and Kyler at 31. You can ride in. You guys put him away and come back around. Let's go to Riley Shelton and Kyler Ort, Team 31. Let's follow him out so we can ride on. This is Riley Shelton and Kyler Ort, Team 31 with a 1667, followed by Garrett and Braden at 40. Samuel and Cross at 41. Kyle and Clyde at 42. Garrett and Braden, you can ride in. Clean run of a 719. That's going to make you 23-86. You go to high team back. Let's go to Garrett and Braden, Team 40 with a 1632, followed by Samuel and Cross at 41. Kyle and Clyde at 42. Kyle Reed, Andy and I at 43. Ryder and Casey at 44. Samuel and Cross, you can ride in. Clean run, 8 and 42. That's going to make you 24.74. That's currently sitting third back. Let's go to Samuel and Cross, team 41 with the 14.46, followed by Kyle and Clyde at 42. Kyle Reed, Andy and I at 43. Ryder and Casey, 44. Kenyon and Hagan, 49. 53, 5 and 7. Be ready. Kyle and Clyde, you can ride in. Clean run of an 8 flat. That's going to make you guys 22.46, your high team back. Let's go to Kyle and Clyde, team 42 with a 21.16 in the box, followed by Kyle Reed and Andy and I at 43. 44 is going to be Ryder and Casey, Kenyon and Hagan at 49, Dakota and Judd at 53. Kyle and Andy, right on in for me. 769 clean. That's going to make you 28.85. That goes to 9th back. Let's go to Kyle and Andy, team 43 with a 19.37, followed by Ryder and Casey at 44. Kenyon and Hagan, 49. Dakota and Judd at 53. Casper and Kyler, 55. 57, 60, and 1. Be ready. Ryder and Casey, you can ride in. Clean run, 8 and 25. It's going to make you 27.62. Well, let's go to team 44, Ryder and Casey with a 16.90, followed by Kenyon and Hagan at 49. Dakota and Judd at 53. Casper and Kyler at 55. Sam and Cole at 57. Don't forget about J. Ray's, Bar Tea Barbecue, Brew Through Coffee, and Cadillac Dreams Boutique is set up beside J. Ray's. Kenyon and Hagan at 49. You can ride in. They're going to be clean. 7 and 67 is going to make you 24.57. That's currently third back. Let's go to Kenyon and Hagan, team 49 with the 15.35. They're clean, 8 and 49. That's going to make you guys 23.84. That's currently sitting second back. Let's go to Dakota and Judd, team 53 with the 15.81, followed by Casper and Kyler at 55. Sam and Cole will be ready at 57. Colton and Tyne at 60. Reed Matt at 61. 66, 8, and 9. Be ready. If you do not have your entries in on that number 1240 plus, they're all ladies. You've got about 20 teams to get that taken care of. We will be one arena on that roping. They're going to take another time. Let's go to Casper and Kyler, team 55 with a 20.52, followed by Sam and Cole at 57. Colton and Tyne at 60. The books are also open on that number 11 that's got 5,000 added. If you haven't made your way to the entry office, head over that way and get your business taken care of, guys. Sam and Cole, you can ride in. Clean run, 6 and 12. That's going to make you 26.64, your 9th back. Let's go to Sam and Cole, team 57 with an 18.97, followed by Colton and Tyne at 60. Reed and Matt at 61. Kyle and Trey at 66. Kelly and Clyde at 68. Colton and Casey 69. Be ready. Colton and Tyne, you can ride in. They're going to take another time there. Let's go to team 60. Once we get the arena clear, Colton and Tyne with the 16-14, followed by Reed and Matt at 61. Kyle and Trey at 66, 68. It's going to be Kelly and Clyde. We're going to take the top 15. We've got 14 teams that's caught. You've got about 17 teams to get your entries turned in on that number 1240 plus and all ladies. Reed and Matt, 61. You can ride in. They're going to be clean. 809. That's going to make you a 24-23. You got a fourth high call, so that makes the cutoff a 35-19. This is Reed and Matt with a 15-23, followed by Kyle and Trey at 66, Kelly and Clyde at 68, Colton and Casey 69, Cactus and Zach at 72. Kyle and Trey, you can write in. No time. Once we get our read and clear, we're at Kyle Reed and Trey Vargas, team 66 with a 18-53, followed by Kelly and Clyde at 68. 69 is going to be Colton and Casey, Cactus and Zach at 72, Kelsey and Caden at 76. 77 is going to be Coulter and Judd. Team 25, we're going to get you guys at the very end of the round. Kelly and Clyde, 68. You can write on in. 12-17, including, is going to make you a 30-70. That goes to the cut. Let's go to Kelly and Clyde, team 68 with the 17-98, followed by Colton and Casey at 69. 72 is going to be Cactus and Zach, Chelsea and Caden at 76, Coulter and Judd 77, Mitch and Kelly at 78. Colton and Casey, you're out on in. No time. Let's go to Colton and Casey, team 69. 72 is going to be Cactus and Zach, Chelsea and Caden at 76, Coulter and Judd 77, Mitch and Kelly at 78. I'm going to get you guys at the end of the round. Put your steer away for me, please. Let's go to Colton and Casey at 69 with a 14-74. Cactus and Zach, 72, you can write in. No time. Let's go to team 72. Cactus, Kane, and Zach Sweeten with a 1972. Chelsea and Caden at 76. Coulter and Judd at 77. Mitch and Kelly at 78. Mitch Bazell and Cooper Robertson at 82. Canyon and Case at 91. Samuel and Matt at 93. Colton and Blaine at 94. Chelsea and Caden, you can write in. Clean run, 6-64. That's going to make you 26-36. That's currently sitting ninth back. Let's go to Chelsea and Caden, team 76 with an 18-24, followed by Coulter and Judd at 77, Mitch and Kelly at 78. Coulter and Judd, you can write in. Clean run of a 7-96. You're going to be 26-20. That's currently eighth high call. Let's go to Coulter and Judd, team 77 with a 16-48. Mitch and Kelly at 78. Mitch Bazell and Cooper Robertson at 82. Kenyon and Case at 91. Samuel and Matt at 93. Do not have your entries in on that number 12, 40 plus, all ladies. Let's head to the entry office and get that taken care of. The books do close at the end of this round. That's 12 teams away, including this team in the box. Mitch and Kelly, you can write in. No time. Let's go to Mitch and Kelly at 78, followed by Mitch Bazell and Cooper at 82. Kenyon and Case, 91. Samuel and Matt at 93. They're going to take a night time. Let's go to Mitch Bazell and Cooper, team 82 with a 17-04, followed by Canyon and Case at 91, Samuel and Matt at 93, Colton and Blaine at 94. Kenyon and Case, you can ride in. No time. Once we get our arena clear, we're at 91. Kenyon Pennell and Case Key with a 1704, followed by Samuel and Matt at 93. Colton and Blaine be ready at 94. Birdie and Maverick at 96. Samuel and Matt, you can ride in. No time. Let's go to Team 93. Samuel Mendoza and Matt Levette with a 1630, followed by Colton and Blaine at 94. 96 is going to be Brody and Maverick. Coulter and Hagan at 97. Cole Barber and Cole Petrowski, 106, 108, 25, and 68 will drag and run our short round. Colton and Blaine, you can ride in. $12.04, including that leg, is going to make you $28.34. That's going to be too long, guys. Let's go to Colton and Blaine, Team 94 with a 1879. $27.65 is currently the cut to the top 15. Birdie and Maverick, you're going to be out next at 96. Coulter and Hagan at 97. Cole and Cole at 106. Cash and Cross be ready at 108. Birdie and Maverick, you can ride in. Clean run of a 691. That's going to make you guys $25.70. That's currently 8th back. $27.62 is now the cut. Let's go to Birdie and Maverick, Team 96 with a 1485, followed by Coulter and Hagan at 97. Cole and Cole, you're out at 106. 108 is going to be Cash and Cross. Lane and Britt at 25. Kelly and Clyde, you'll end the round at 68. Coulter and Hagan, you can ride in. No time. Let's go to Coulter and Hagan, Team 97 with a 1556. Cole and Cole at 106. Cash and Cross at 108. Lane and Britt, 25. Kelly and Clyde at 68. You've got 5 teams to get those entries. Turn in that number 12, 40 plus. All ladies. We'll run our short round and go straight on into that roping, guys. No time. Let's go to Cole and Cole, Team 106 with a 2179. Cash and Cross, she can ride in. Clean run, 9 and 71. That's going to make you guys 31.50. That's going to be a little too long. Let's go to Cash and Cross, Team 108 with a 1915, followed by Lane and Britt, Kelly and Clyde. 27.62. That's currently the cut to the top 15. 27.62. Lane and Britt, you can ride in. No time. Let's go to 25. Lane Paint and Britt Bradford with a 1672, followed by Kelly and Clyde at 68. Kelly and Clyde, you can ride in. Clean run, 7 and 70. That's going to make you guys 24.42. You got a fifth back. The cuts is a 26.70. Let's go to Kelly and Clyde with a 17.98. Last call on entries on that number 12, 40 plus, and all women ropers. Last call on entries. $18.42 including. That's going to make you a 36.40. We'll drag and come back to our top 15. Kyle and Luke with a 26.70. You guys will be the cut. Let's go to Dakota and Judd, Team 53 with a 15.81. You got to be 10.88 or faster to get in that top 15. Braden Wisen and Trenton Baca, you're needed at the entry office, please. $6.89 clean. That's going to make you 22.70. You're going to be second hot call. 26.64 is now the cut to the top 15. 26.64, Casper and Kyler. You guys will be the cut. Your top 15 is going to be Casper and Kyler with a 26.64. 14th back, that's Garrett Ronaldo and Trey Vargas with a 26.51. 13th high call is Cactus Canes and Zach Sweeten, 26.36. 12th back is going to be Dennis Townsend and Kyler Ort with a 26.30. 11th back, that's Chelsea Putman and Caden Tinsley, 26.20. 10th high call is going to be Colton and Blaine with a 25.70. 9th back, Garrett and Braden, 24.74. 8th high call is Dan Denmark and Connor Thomas with a 24.59. 7th back is Ryder and Casey, 24.57. Your money runs is going to be Lane Pate and Britt Bradford with a 24.42. 5th back, Colton Alt and Zion Johnson, 24.23. 4th high call is going to be Riley Shelton and Kyler Ort with a 23.86. 3rd backs, Kenyon Pennell and Hagen Wright, 23.84. 2nd high call is going to be Dakota and Judd with a 22.70. And high team back, that's Samuel Mendoza and Cross with a 22.46. We're going to pay 6 holes in the average. One fast time that does not place will pay $300. 6th is going to pay $1,030. 5th is $1,850. 4th is going to pay $2,890. 3rd is going to pay $3,910. 2nd is going to pay $4,950. And 1st is $5,980. This is Casper and Kyler with a 26.64 to start us out. That number 12, 40 plus, all women's draw is being posted. If you guys will look at that and be ready to rope, we're one arena. As soon as we finish our top 15, we're going to roll right on into it. They're going to go out with no time. Let's go to Garrett and Trey, your 14th back with a 26.51. Cactus and Zach, you're going to follow them. Dennis and Kyler, you guys have it on your mountain, please. We're going to take another time. Once we get our arena clear, it'll be Cactus Cane and Zach Sweeten with a 26.36. Dennis Townsend and Kyler Ort, you'll be out next. Chelsea and Caden, be ready. 40 plus and all women, please make sure you guys look at that draw. We've got some extra runs. We're going to get them a leg 1221, including it's 3857. You're going to go to number 1. Let's go to Dennis Townsend and Kyler Orritt with a 2630. You're looking to be 1226 or faster to move to first. Chelsea and Caden, you're going to be out next. Colton and Blaine, be ready. Clean run, 7 and 43. That's going to make you 33.73. You go to number 1. Let's go to your 11th back. Chelsea and Caden with a 26.20. 7:52 or faster is what you guys have to be to move to number 1. Colton and Blaine, you're going to follow. Garrett and Braden, be ready. Clean run, 6 and 96. You're 33.16 on 4, and you're sitting first. Let's go to Colton and Blaine. Your 10th high call. You guys are 25.70. 7:45 or faster is what you're looking for. Garrett and Braden, you'll be out next. Dan and Connor, be ready. We're going to be clean, 7 and 51. You're going to be 33.21. That goes to second. This is your 9th high call. Garrett and Braden with a 24.74. 8:41 or faster is what you guys have to be. Dan and Connor, you're out next. Ryder and Casey, be ready. They're going to have to take another time there. Let's go to your top 8. Dan Denmark and Connor Thomas with a 24.59. 8:56 or faster is what you got to be to move to number 1. Ryder and Casey, you're going to follow them. Lane and Britt, be ready. They're going to go out with a no time. Your top 7, Ryder Wolf and Casey Hilly with a 24.57. We've had 4 that's caught. We're paying 6 holes in the average and 1 fast time that does not place, guys. They're going to be clean, 7 and 54. You're 32.11. You go to number 1. It's going to be your money runs. It's Lane Pate and Britt Bradford with a 24.42. 7:68 or faster is what you got to be to guarantee you guys some money in the average. Colton and Tyne, you're going to be out next, followed by Riley and Kyler. Lane Pate and Britt Bradford, your 6th high call. They're going to take another time there. Let's go to your top 5. Colton and Ton with a 24 and 23. No time. Let's go to your top 4. Riley Shelton and Kyler Ort with a 23.86. You've got 5 that's caught 4. We're going to pay 6 holes in the average. One fast time that does not place. Case Key, if you can make your way to the entry office, please. Case Key. We're going to get a leg, 12.83. You're at 36.69. That's going to put you at 5th in the average with 3 to rope. It's Kenny Pennell and Hagen Wright. You guys are 23.84. 8.26 or faster is going to guarantee no less than 3rd in the average, and that's going to pay $3,910. Play none of an 8 and 71. That's going to make you guys 32.55. You go to 2nd. Here's your top 2. Dakota and Judd with a 22.70. 9.40 or faster. Guarantee no less than 2nd in the average, and that's going to pay $49.50. Samuel and Cross, she'll end us out. They're going to go out with a no time there. Let's go to your high team back. It's going to be Samuel Mendoza and Cross Ringelston with a 22.46. 9.64 faster is what you guys got to be for $5,980. Clean run, 11 and 96. You're going to get some average money, guys. You're 34.42. First in the average, that's going to be Ryder and Casey with a 32.11 on 4 for $5,980. Second's going to go to Kenya Pennell and Hagen Wright, 32.55 on 4 for $49.50. Third, that's going to be Chelsea Putman and Caden Tinsley, 33.16 on 4 for $39.10. Fourth is going to be Colton and Blaine, 33.21 on 4 for $28.90. Fifth is Dennis Townsend and Kyler Ort, 33.73 on 4 for $18.50. And sixth, that's going to be Samuel Mendoza and Cross, 34.42 on 4 for $1,030. Your fast time that did not place in the average was a 12.21, so Cactus Kane and Zach Sweeten, you're going to win $300 for that fast time. In this number 12, 40 plus, and all women, we're one arena. We've got 25 teams in the first round. We're going to make some adjustments, and then we'll burn some and get started.